Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second round of the ICC 25-26. And before we start the game, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really happy with the result of the game. It's 1 a.m. and I want to go to sleep, so I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. I'm going against this guy that's here. He's with the black piece, I'm with the white, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm quite frustrated. I spent some time learning theory from the Jobava London, but I mixed up the move order. My opponent went g6, I went knight c3, okay, bishop g7, and here I made I think a very big mistake. I could have went at e4, but I was like, okay, if I go bishop f5, he's gonna transpose into d5, but that didn't happen. My opponent went d6. Had my opponent went d5, would the game have been much different? Maybe, because like in the opening I spent a lot of time. Let's just showcase the moves. We have queen e2, which is fine. h5 is weird. Castling is okay. I wanted e4, c6, but now we just take over the center. I'm not really gonna talk about a lot about the opponent, about the opening. My opponent played knight b6. I didn't really like knight b6. It's kind of weird, but d4 is also weird. It wanted me to go h3, maybe try to do some things around here, and just try to play the most normal Jobava London with the center possible. I went d5 because I thought if takes, the position would be easier for me to play. It turns out it wouldn't. He went queen c7, which I think is an awful move. I did not take. I don't really get this line. With e5, I don't know why e5 works. It's because of a brilliant tactic that I'm not seeing. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, yeah, had I found this, would I have won the game? I think so, yeah, but e5, oh my god, no, no, because bishop d7 is stupid, I mean, no, and now the position is everything I ever wanted it to be. Here the only try is, I think, bishop here, so that I can sack the knight. Okay, I didn't see that, and I spent a lot of time here on the move knight d4, which is a miss. I was also considering knight g5. Let's see what it thinks. It's also very bad. I mean, the only thing here was to take, and then play e5. I didn't see. I saw that if I did that, he would win back the piece, but I didn't even see that it was made. Would have I seen it? Would the game be completely different? Maybe I would have won. Because I'm also saying that it's hard to create chances to win. We drawed the game. You guys are gonna see. But like with things like this that you just don't see. I mean, but I don't think I would. Yeah, I just didn't see it. He played a6. f3 is a mistake. I thought it was just a normal move. The structure is kind of interesting. It was either that or just develop the bishop right away. c5 is a miss. Nice knight b3, bishop d7, queen f2. I wasn't sure about either queen f2 or queen e3. He actually wanted bishop g5, bishop g5 or e5 or whatever. Yeah, we went queen f2, he went bishop h6, which is inaccurate. We trade just king b1 because I wasn't really sure what to do. I wanted him to make a move. He castled long, so here I was with a little of plan to go with my knight here so I could reposition it here, trade, and beat with the bishop. King b8 by my opponent. I played h3 just so that there isn't anything funny here. I was also preparing an f4 so that the knight can't enter here. And f6, I went f4, knight f7, and as you can see, the game is pretty much drawn. Knight f3 is good, bishop e2 is better. I was considering bishop e2, but I think it was after g6 I didn't really see what was going on. I just went knight f2, and here was seeing some things about knight a4 to fork and to, but I think they only worked with bishop e2, so I just played g5, and here f5 is actually a little bit inaccurate. g3 is better. I just thought that with f5 the structure would be very good to me. And with g3, with this trade, instead of taking what could have been at the 95 and then trade, maybe that's different. I just thought this position was fine. For me, actually, I thought here I was doing very well. I had like 30 minutes on the clock, and we played like 25 moves. So I spent in an hour in this, and when I say it's bad, I mean it's like bad. We trade here. I try to infiltrate. I just try to kind of improve my position, but my pieces are a little bit scattered. I mean, it just takes too much. I keep doing it. My opponent makes some inaccuracies, and I kind of make some good moves, but like it doesn't never seem enough. I get a good outpost, and the position starts being good, but here I make a mistake. I miss that if knight takes, let's say this pawn, because then knight falls, he could just take it like this, and then he would pick up the knight with an extra pawn. My opponent also missed that because he just went bishop e6, and here he didn't even take taking. I don't know if it would still work. I think it would, but then e5. And the e5 idea is just, there's a lot of e5 here. I never really played e5. He went queen h7. Here we just trade, and technically in this endgame I'm winning, and we just bring our kings. I stay winning for a little bit of the endgame, but I technically go with the wrong plan. The right plan is to go this side. No, the plan is to let the king hold the pawns and the knight and bishop go to work, because this knight is stuck guarding the pawn. And there is like a key idea that I want to show you guys that I completely missed. Here we just move a little bit. It was here. Here I was like with 3 minutes on the clock, and there were 2 moves to me in this position. King d5 or knight d5. One of the moves win, one of the moves doesn't win. The move that wins is knight d5. The king could go anywhere it wants. But the idea that I saw was that maybe I could get the bishop to f1 and then open up the king with checks, but in all of those lines, bishop f1, the pawn just drops, and yeah. But the idea that I missed is that the difference of the knight pressuring the pawn of e7 from d5, and the difference of it being in g6 pressuring on d7, is that my bishop, let's say the king is defending here, his king is never getting in. Okay, he can push the pawns, I just trade everything. Let's say the king defends this pawn, the bishop can, I know knight takes, but let's just say the bishop can reroute itself to e8, come to d7 and take the knight. Of course, king takes, whatever, and we win the pawn. And after that, it's completely winning. Here, the agent actually wants e5 because it says that after this, they have to sack, and it's just completely winning. But what about e takes? Oh my god, because you take with the knight, with the king. Yeah, I didn't see this, but yeah. I thought that I didn't go for it because I thought bishop f1 wouldn't lead me anywhere. And keep in mind, I had like 3 minutes. It looked like the natural move, but I just didn't really find it. So what I did play is king d2, king d5, and now it's just completely drawn because my king is it's boxed. There is no escape. The only escape is sacking e5. Back then it worked, now it does not. I try to check, try to get my king out. Here is probably the last chance I had. Had I played king c4, oh no, but yeah, I wouldn't have done it. It's still a draw, but like, I wouldn't have done this because you just pick up the pawn. But the thing is, my king is completely boxed in, and he can manage to put the knight on e5, and now this square is covered, this square is covered, this square is covered. There's even gonna be a time I try to go knight f8. I do not trade because if you just trade a knight, it's a clear draw, and I do not want to draw. And now he threatens mate. King c7, I didn't really see king c7 because of bishop h6. But he's threatening mate in 1 with knight b6. So the only move that saves the game, and I am lucky that it does save the game, is going with the knight to d7 because the square is covered. And I'm kind of lucky that it's not made, because had it been made, it would just been sad. Of course, a loss is way worse than a draw. Here we play a couple of moves. I'm not going to get into much detail. It seems that this endgame, after b3, it's winning for black. Slightly winning, better, whatever. He doesn't convert. Okay, we just shuffle a little bit, and in this position we agree to a draw. What I can say is that I am kind of struggling. I don't really know why. Because we have 90 minutes plus 30 seconds on the clock, and I'm trying to be fast. I haven't really had like a position where I was with prep, so maybe that's like it. I'm not getting like time because I actually think I went to the bathroom in like 5 minutes of my time. Just went with God, and maybe if I didn't have went, maybe I would have won the game. But yeah, the thing is that the only thing that really was there to me was just the knight d5. I saw knight d5, but I did not see, not this, but I didn't see this. And if they try this, just here, and yeah, there's nothing he can do to stop it. The only thing he can do is try to push the pawns. Or maybe not. But yeah, there's just nothing here. There's nothing here because if he tries something, I just trade. And if he tries something, I just trade. And if he yeah, there's just nothing he can do. I just take. Here I'm actually threatening to win the pawn, so it's even easier. Yeah, so I think it's kind of sad that I didn't find the knight d5 move. Can I really do anything about it? I can't. The endgame was losing after that. I only did 12 minutes of episode. I don't really want to do more because it's 1 a.m. and I want to get asleep, and I have to be awake at like... I'm not even gonna like, bother to do this properly. I normally do. I just don't want to. But yeah. Yeah, knight d5 just... it's kind of a shame. Opa. For you guys to just see the review, I had set it 79.3 and he had 80.3, and it's not, it wasn't a bad game, it was a good game, but like, yeah, it's just here, Opa. It's just the king d5. Yeah, here is just knight d5 wins the game. Because now you go king e3, and whatever they do, you just go here, here. And you yeah, then there is no real defense. But like, yeah, there's just, it was a tough game. I mean, it was a very tough game. We're gonna try to get a better game. Like tomorrow, because yeah, tomorrow I am playing a game. I shouldn't, but I am. I don't really want to play. I do not want to play the game tomorrow. I haven't prepped anything. I think I'm just gonna go there and like play whatever. I play with black, and I think he's gonna go d4. I don't. But yeah, we move on. Bye bye. It was not a bad game. It was like a very interesting game. It was just unlucky that I didn't play knight d5 and found the winning idea. Had I seen that this idea of going with the bishop to trade the knight, because yeah, the idea is to win this pawn by trading the knight, and thank God the knight is in the light square, and this pawn can only be protected in light squares by knights, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, it just had to be that. It just had to be that. It had to be like this. This loses everything. Like, all of this just loses. It just had to be like this. Unfortunately, we didn't, uh... we didn't find... I don't even know where my opponent went wrong in the endgame. It was just the queen trade. I'm better just because of that. And it was here the going back with the knight to g5. But yeah, here I just... If I... Because, yeah, it's just a very natural square for the knight. Here, when going to here, I thought that for some reason he would have to give me like squares to enter the position, but yeah, this is just bye. See you guys like tomorrow when I make another recap. I don't think I'm gonna make such a recap in such short notice because I want to go.